Oh, is it? Oh. It started. I didn't even... Hold on. I didn't even realize it started. I don't think I hit stream start. Well, okay, that works. That works fine. I don't have to actually press anything. But I do need to change... Oh, that's not what I want. I do need to change the name of the stream. Yeah, and then also the game. Yep. I messed up. I didn't even realize I pressed anything. That was all on me. There we go. Alright, the title and stuff of stream should be fine now. Alright, again, I'm going to start off by saying I do not own any of the rights to the music. That all belongs to Jack Wall, Cyan Studios, Ubisoft, and Presto. So, yeah. Today, we might do Amateria and Narayin. I don't know. We'll see. I have limited time. It's my dad's birthday, so I'm like... I procrastinated the entire day away. I was like, I don't want to, but at the same time I do. So yeah. Alright, in the last stream, we ended off with Savidro's big spiel talking and stuff like that. Him being all big man in the sky. So now we have to go down to figure out how to escape this place because it's not fun. Also, I need to pull up the location of the pages for Amateria. Is it? Yeah. Let's see. Amateria. Come on. I don't actually think it... Page location. Locations. Is it? No. Here it is. Alright, I have Amateria pulled up. Okay, then let us head to the Amateria entry puzzle, which we go across the bridge over here. And the first thing we want to do is we want to actually head over here. There's like a little secret ladder over here. And here we are. This is the puzzle. So the first thing we want to do is there's a door that is locked. To get it unlocked, we have to make this ball roll right into it. So how we do that is by shifting the bridge around. That'll make it go down that way. That's not the way I want it to go. So if I do this, make it go all the way back. If I do this, it'll give me that. What happens if I do this? Okay. Now that I know that, let's do this. Okay, now that I know that, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Now the door is unlocked, so let's raise this. The next thing I want to do is I want to get the ball behind the ladder and make it to where the ladder is there, so that I can get to the door. No. Okay, lower everything. Back this way. No. You know, I think I messed it up. I think I was supposed to do the ladder first to get it behind the... And then come down. I made this too complicated. Oopsie. Okay, this... Let's see if I did this. There we go. And raise that side. There we go. So now we can get over to the door. I did it the wrong way around. We actually needed to do after I unlock the door, like that, because there's a hole in the floor, which we will then fill promptly with the thingy. That is meant to be, like, that's Atris's complete puzzle right there. That's practically it. But then Savija was like, nah, man, I'm gonna make it difficult. Whoa! Hey, look, we did something! Yay! It fell in. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to do this. Hehe. But you can actually, like, see stopping points on the rail, which is really cool. Attention to detail in Myst is one of my favorite things. Also, like, you can actually see mirrors of everything in the marble. It's really nice. Alright, now I need to pull up the solution to Amateria, being that of top marble, mid left 1, secondary marble, mid right 3, tertiary marble, bottom left corner. I don't know what you could call that. I'm just kind of making this name up on the fly. The quaternary goes here. Yeah. I'm like, I must be balancing on the top of this thing. Just like... Okay, so this is by far one of my favorite ages. Yeah, it is. It's like, this is the best age ever. I think the game is a little too loud. Hold on, turn it down a bit. Here's the escape link, and I think the next page is not here, but it's elsewhere down this path. I take it this is not your first time in Exile. No, it is not. This is probably like my 10th time. And yet I still don't understand Libra's lever. I understand, like, there is an actual mathematical equation to this thing, and that the fulcrum needs to be that. I know the fulcrum needs to be there. That's like the main thing I understand. But the actual balancing system makes absolutely no physical sense to me at all, and I think that goes for a whole bunch of other people. So I'm gonna leave this to just stay as chance. We'll come back to this. We do, however, need to go up this thing to collect a page. And also to introduce the fact that there is this wooden ball here. This ball has... you need to figure out the weight that goes on one side and balance it out on the other side. Yeah, I know that, but trying to do that has always just been like, my brain hurt, please, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm going to read the page. My attempts to produce a carnivorous hybrid have had limited success. I thought I was making great progress, but the life that grows in the forest isn't like the plants on Narayin. It's much more tenacious, less susceptible to crafts, is that grafts or crafts? Treat wood quadrants as weight 1 crystal. Yeah, I got that part. Grafts? Oh, that's a new word. Huh. I don't see that very often. It's funny. Must have skipped over that. Perhaps if I try mixing in, like when you graft a plant onto another one. Oh, I think the only time I've ever seen this word, other than here, is when I'm working on mystical agriculture in Minecraft. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, now I understand. Okay. Thank you. Perhaps if I try mixing in species from the swamp. Yeah, that's that part of the journal. Pretty quick. Yeah, no, I understand that wood is 1, crystal is 4, metal is 16, and that the fulcrum needs to be on the first third. I don't know the actual, like, 3/4 third, whatever it is. And then more weight needs to go on one side to keep the fulcrum from unbalancing itself, because that's how it works. So I see 7 on that side. Yeah, but then I feel like there's another way you could view this thing, that there's metal on one of the sides. Am I right on that? Like there was the opposite side to it. If I go over here, you could actually see it or something. There's a way you could see it. I might have to raise the thing. Up we go! Oh, also there's another page right below my feet, isn't there? Am I able to... Yes. Oh, no, it's all wood. Okay, I thought there was metal on this thing. So, yeah, it is 7. Wait, no, is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. There, so 11. Yeah. So, yeah, there's 11 there, which would mean now half that is 5.5, which we can't make. Yeah. So, because, yeah. So then we have to use the fulcrum. Fulcrum? Even weight would be 11 and double weight would be 22. Yeah. So we'd want to go to the double weight, right? So we need to make weight on the other side of either 11 or 22. Yeah. So that would be 4, 8, 9, 10. So let's see. What if I... Short keys took 11 away. But we already have 4 here, so then we add, let's see, I can add 8, right? And that becomes 8, that becomes 12, so I don't want that. I need one more wood block, don't I? Yeah. So then the fulcrum would play into that. I don't actually understand how fulcrums work yet. What the heck? I don't actually know how fulcrums work. I don't think we've gotten that far in my course of knowledge yet. There was a page here, right? Am I going crazy? No, it must be one of the other ones. So then, basically twice the distance means double the force. Ah! That makes sense. So that's why we need double 11 to 22, but only half the distance. So then we half it, but we can't do that because it's 5.5, but what if we doubled it and you have... Okay, so then what if I... Okay, so I already have 4 here. And then I need 11 or 22. So what if I made it 22? That's easy to do. So I already have 4. I'm concerned about raising weight. We just need this to balance. Yeah. So if I use the fulcrum correctly, I can make it 22 for 19. No. 8. 12. No, that's not right. 4. 20. Oh, I'm dumb. I thought I... No, you had it. 4 and 16 is 20. Yeah, no, but earlier I thought the metal was 8, and so I was like 12, but I don't have the right things. And so yeah, I figured it out. And then we want the fulcrum... Give me a sec. I'm gonna raise this thing. We want the fulcrum over here then, don't we? Because if this thing, we need more force on this side because we have to double this thing, if I'm right. Am I right on that? Like, because I need to double this force to equal out the 22 does down there. Saw this in the tusk. Did I? 3 hanging men. So yeah, then it'd be over here. That's what I thought. Originally, but then I'm like... Okay, so then this would be 11 here, and then it's twice the force. That would make that 44. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, because that makes this side 22 and this side 22 as well, because this side, yeah, is the shorter end. Yeah, because that doesn't double that end. That doubles the other end because of the force doubling. So then it should work. And this should do it. Yeah. Now I understand focus. I got a lesson. I got a math lesson in a stream. Alright, this one is 2. And our pattern is... Shkabooti. It's the what I call the person pattern. So machines. I'm not out of high school yet. This is like I don't actually know some of this stuff. This is new to me. This is all new. I'm still working on. I advanced myself in mathematics. This is middle school stuff. Oh, I never learned this in middle school. They didn't teach it to me. And then there should be, I think, a page up there, if I'm right. And it's physics. I think we have physics in 2 years. Here is Savidros trying to stop a civil war from breaking out, but Circe and Akin are continuing to engage it and prolong it onward. The next puzzle is super easy, like really easy to just do. Really, all you have to do is you follow the path, and this is the first one you encounter, so you set the dial to 1. The reason you do this is because if the ball goes to the wrong frequency at the wrong time, it'll shatter. And you can see that the path will travel along this way. Yeah, I really don't understand fulcrums, and after that I do, so thank you. I don't know why I haven't learned it yet. Alright, so that's 2. As dry. There we go. And then we move on to 4. Butte. The noises are also really cool. They actually took wood instruments and made some really nice noises. And then we have thief. And then we just want to return back this way to the center and go this way. All the way down. Ambient noises of Amateria are the best, to be honest. The Voltaic can be comparable. And this is the platform with the page, yes. Focus, Savidro. You must not let the fog come and swallow you. There are long spells, I think, days, maybe months at a time when I can't remember what I've done. The fog rolls so thick around me, even if I hold my hand in front of my eyes, I barely see it. I strain and strain and strain, but nothing sticks. I think his sons came to visit us twice on Narayin. The first time Adris asked me to meet them, he told me they would come through the book. He says they will not understand how your words fit together, but they will use them to open the shield. Narayin, he says, is where their lessons come together. Narayin is the sum of what they must learn. I remember Tamara was carving a spirit mask into the tree the day the boys arrived. She tugs my sleeve to get attention, points at a glide ship in the sky. I am shocked by how young the boys appear. They look so much like their father, yet they are different somehow too. They're more impatient, and they are angry not to be treated like men. I take them to our home. I tell them I will teach them how to care for it. I say, together we will encourage the lattice tree to grow tall. They ask me why they have to work so hard. They tell me, no, Savidro, that was later. That was after Atris took them away. You know this because when you see them saying these things, they are older. Their faces have become angled and hard. They have grown up into men, and something dark is in their eyes. They tell you they've come back to fix Narayin. Yep, he be angry boy. So a lot of people actually say that Myst 3 is unneeded in storyline. It's not. Myst, you just hear like, oh, they burned his library. Cool. And they may have pillaged a bit, but we don't actually get a feel for how hard they hit their worlds until Myst 3. And that leads into Myst 4 for the fact that, oh, hey, these guys are bad. It sort of is, but it's a good Myst game. Goes through uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Yeah, okay, cool. And then this takes an absurd amount of time just to drop thank you. Plus you have Brad Dourif doing Brad Dourif things. How can you hit on that? No, yeah, that is true. He's like one of the best actors I've actually ever seen. Alright, and we have the double row, double R, whatever you call it, and that's on the first one. So double R is 1, and then Pjorsen is 2. And then whatever this next one will be 3. We head down here, and we go across. Now, honestly, I think the easier way to get to the next puzzle is just to go back and go that way, because this is just a little annoying having to find the right click points sometimes. Sometimes the click points can just be really finicky and it's not fun. Alright, here's the final puzzle. Well, not the final puzzle, but the final entry puzzle, I guess you could say. Mid-puzzle of Amateria? Yeah. The memories flood over me too fast. They race around inside my head, filling my soul with despair. And the more I think about how nothing can be done, how no one can be alive outside a shield, the faster the fog rushes in. Yeah. I can lose myself in the fog. When it's thick enough, I can let go and be safe. I can start to forget, but I must not forget. I must remember every lie they told me, my people. How they manipulated us all to get what they wanted. They told me they had come to fix my world. They asked me to arrange a meeting with the elders. The books they carried in with them showed other worlds, beautiful places where people didn't have to work so hard to survive. They told my people that Atreus had written these books, that he had written Narayin, but that had made our world unstable. They said he wanted to make us slaves to the tree. They asked me, don't you remember Savidro? Our father wrote this world to teach us, to show his sons what an age shouldn't be. I don't know what to say. I don't know how it could be true, but why would they lie? Why would Atreus have lied? The worlds they showed in those books. The elders refused to believe them. They say we cannot abandon the tree. For thousands of years we have tended the lattice roots. With our traditions, we will die. I don't want us to die. I don't, but Circe and Akanar said they would... They said they would come back, Savidro, just like Atreus once said to you as well. He said he could come back, but he didn't. He didn't. And for that, you'll have to make him pay. Yeah, he has dual personality syndrome, whatever. And this one is honestly my favorite, but I honestly forget like the exact peg positions every time. I understand how to do it, but yeah. Okay, so the ball rolls in here, jumps up, goes over to there. I then want to move it. Wait, no, the ball doesn't go in there. It comes out from somewhere else. What? Oh my gosh. That's where the ball needs to go. Yeah, that's where the ball needs to go. It goes back in there. The ball comes from there, but where exactly? I can't see. Yeah, like for one, he didn't actually finish the prison age formula. He just ripped out the pages. That makes it pretty easy for them to get back, because if somebody restores the pages, they can just fulfill the link and go over to their actual ages. And that's what happened. We put the pages back in. They're like, woohoo, I get to go back to my age. And then Circe figures out all the crystal stuff and blows himself out of a cage. It's like, anyway. Okay. Actually, Cyan retcon Myst and Riven on how prison ages worked. Yeah, but I figured out a good loose end to that as well, because Cyan is Atreus and Atreus is Cyan, and they made a pretty good loose end that they could actually use. The fact that there's a formula that they can use in Riven, and I was like, well, what if Atreus just figured out that, what if he just tore the bit? Not sure how. You played Riven, right? Yes. So when I read it, okay, so my first thought was, okay, what if just by putting the pages back in, establish a connected link? Because when he took the pages out, he separated them across all the other islands initially. That was the first thing that he ever did with those ages. And so it severed the link just with the pages. But in Riven, it says there's a formula. So what if he hadn't perfected the formula yet, so all he had to do was take out the pages, he understood that much. So then, this is just speculation, it's a cool theory that could actually be implemented in the game, it's not actually what happens. But then he puts the pages back in, and everything's fine, but he didn't have the formula then. Then in Riven, he had already perfected the formula, to make a good game, according to Dr. Watson. Yeah. Yeah. But then in Riven, he perfected the formula for his father, and so his father will never get out. He's practically trapped forever unless somebody is dumb enough to release him, which actually might be a really cool plot point for another game. Yeah. Except if somebody releases them by tapping it themselves, which then you have a bigger issue because, like I said, what if there's a big plot point in another game that they can make, which they probably won't, but hey, Gen's out, apparently. Oh, I see the tips. Okay, so then it comes in here, and put it there. Okay, then let me see. Okay, so it's there. Then I'll need it to turn. I forgot which way it turns first. Hold on. I forgot which way it turns. Is it turn clockwise or counterclockwise? Inward or outward? I forgot. Goes up like that. Yeah. Ah, okay. So it turns like that. Okay, so then I want it to go. I want it to be on that top hook. That's the first place I want it to go. Okay, so then I want this peg will travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I don't want that. So it travels 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. So then it jumps over there, which you can do, and then I want it to travel 1, 2, 3, 4. So then, in the knee, yes. So then I need it to be 4 rotations. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there, and then that'll bounce it from there to there, and then I just need a peg of 1. Yeah, that'd be nice if that actually happened. So somehow Gen was dumb enough to just blindly follow in. Orange may have had a hidden linking bug waiting for the stranger in the prison age. Maybe. That'd be really cool. But I don't think that's what happened. I think that literally, because I feel like it's been mentioned before, but when you tap the page, the person who's in, because it's a single person storage, you can't put another person in there, it'll mess the entire thing up. I just fixed it. Cool. First try? Okay, cool. It just don't work that way. No, that's what it's called though. In the formula that he gets in the Riven journal, he says, "I found a single person prison age formula." The prison age is just a regulation from the linking book out. But no, no, that's not what happens. The prison age, it's in the journal. The prison age is a severed link. Most creative license? Oh. Oh. Cool. Thanks. Thanks, game developers. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Developers being amazing up there. At least that is what Sci employees said on the matter. Yeah, but I feel like they could develop it out a little bit more if they wanted to. Like, I don't know, let the actual database of players be able to commit to some of the story at least. Be like, hey, this is actually a really good way to fix it. Hence why things work totally different in Myst 4. Yeah. And this, when I do this, should... Kapoop! Okay, cool. And then this is the... Cool. Totally different Myst 4. Yeah. And then this should be... And then we raise this hatch. And we in. And then cool stairway mechanic. I actually kind of want this in the house. Other than the fact that it could probably definitely murder somebody in the head. Just get whacked. Have a head concussion. Sit down in this nice leather chair that I don't know if Savita made or Nature's made.
This morning I woke up and I couldn't picture Tamara's face. Little line at the corner of her lip that pulls her whole mouth down when she smiles, the flutter in her eyelashes. I tried so hard to picture her in my mind, put her down on paper as if that might bring her back. I couldn't do it. Atris, I'm not you.
Okay, so basically he has amnesia for some reason. I think he probably got hit in the head by one of the brothers, probably. And that's how he... Oh, yeah, because he did get... He just woke up on... He said he woke up tied up to a post on the island. No, he can't... Well, actually, he can. In the Book of Atris... In the Book of Atris, the first age that Atris actually went to with his father was the age where it was like the steam, the water all boiled out, and they're on this crumbling rock of island. And so to fix it, Gen literally resets the entire age. But the issue is the people who he met there also reset with it. So they know nobody there. He saved the lives of everybody there, but ultimately nobody remembered who they were because it practically just reset the age. Yeah. I've read it I have the, what's it called? The Myst Reader, which is all 3 books in one, the original 3. And I've read it 3 times now, so I have pretty good memory of the books. So this is the end point. So all these things right here, what happened was the villagers worshipped the fog. Yeah, but Gen couldn't allow it. But then Atris was like, well, what if we just remove the fog? And because Atris figured this out because the warm water was different than the cold water in some areas. Yeah, and then everything fell apart. But then they had to reset the age, and then everything reset, and then Atris was like, no, my first girlfriend's gone! And so they left. Gen reprimanded Atris, and yeah. Okay, so this is the end point. So this right here does not matter. Of course, Gen was... Yes! Because he never fully finished. Atris actually figured it out on his own, which is a pretty amazing thing. He's a computer pro. A little bit, but Atris figured out that he figured this out on his own. Reinforcing ages by writing something over and over again and again actually makes the age more stable. And once he figured that out, he avoided fissure openings and stuff. Yeah, you have to actually interpret it. It's like actual language. It's like an actual language. There's conjugation and stuff. And he probably forgot all his semicolons and ending lines and stuff. Anyway, so this is the end point. There is no need for me to actually use this thing. These are all the inlets. So the first one that we have to ask ourselves, or the first question we have to ask ourselves is, what is the first thing? And obviously, it's the one that had the one raised with it, which would be the spider spinner, and that is blue. So what we do is we show an inlet button, or we don't actually need an inlet, we need an outlet, which that works perfectly fine. And we just do something like this because that's the only thing that can do, and the only thing that this can do is that, so there's no point in messing with that. And the best option here would just be that, because you have the most you can use. So this works the best here, and that works the best there. So then ultimately we can just do this. And there's no point for the, is that right? No, it's not. There we go. So there's no point for entrance, and the outlet should go this way. And then it should go into yellow. Outlet's into green. And then, crap. Just give me, come on. I did something wrong. Shoot her out in the foot. Oh, here we go. I do this a certain way. Freaking kidding me. I messed up. I don't know where I messed up. Okay, this is outlet, doesn't need an inlet, but this needs an inlet. This doesn't need an inlet because it's already there. But it has to have one no matter what I do. Okay, so then what it is... Okay, so then no inlet here. Goes out this way. Do this. Goes into yellow, goes into green. Goes red, there we go, got it, okay. Fixed it, and now we... become the ball! Honestly, I actually kind of wish they had done one of the Myst 4 outros. You like roller coasters, right? Yeah, I kind of wish they did one of like the Myst 4 outros where they put music with it, but they didn't, and that makes me sad, because it actually would have worked. If they had actually compatibilized it with the Spider Spinner's noises, right, that'd be awesome. But they didn't. I don't know, what if I could make a mod that would do it for me? Compose a little bit of music and put it into the game for as a wall. Roller coaster music 1.0. Install your own music into the game. No, I'd have to actually take a cinematic out. I'd actually edit it on Filmora or something. My mom played this, she'd get dizzy. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh yeah, it looks like we actually have more pen and paper out of some satchel pocket or something. Yep, there it is. It's like... Also, what are we writing? This must be hard paper because I don't see any kind of thing that we're writing on. I guess we could be using a log there, but... Yeah. Yeah. Alright, third symbol down. We can move on to Narayin, and I can probably complete in 20 minutes. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I might be able to do it. I'm not going to do the alternate endings. Just going to do the true ending, because there's just a little too many alternate endings for Myst 3, to be honest. I'll do Myst and Revelations alternate endings, because they only have like 3, but Riven and Myst 4 kind of have a little bit more. Okay, make sure to get this in shot, because apparently it's not a cinematic, it's just a thing. There we go. I got it in shot this time. I'll use these nanobots for that.
You've done well, my sons, but there's still one task ahead of you. The linking book you see here connects to an age called Narayin. It's a very delicate age, where civilization has emerged in response to the world's imbalances. It's also the first inhabited age I'm sending you to alone. But don't be afraid. The knowledge you've acquired here will show you the way in. Use it and see all that Narayin has to offer.
Off to Narayin. Shall we ponder, mateys? Inadvertently haunting. Yeah, a little bit. Especially with the creaking noises that don't really sound like wood creaking, More like organs creaking. Kind of like a nasty creaking noise. Alright, and this is the symbols of the ages, I guess you could call that? Or is this their language? I think this is their language. I forgot. Anyway. So the point of this age is we use all that we've gathered, knowledge of the ages, combining different symbols, discombining different symbols to actually figure out what we're supposed to do here. We're practically figuring out a new language. The two things that we can do are this. Once we fill up these two balls here, one of them will become powered. This switch turns on, remember in one of his journals entries, Peter talking about destroying the peons. Peons. Yes, the peons. Nah, I'm gonna call it peons. Anyway, yeah, these are the poems that he was talking about. He didn't necessarily destroy them, other than that he actually got rid of some of them, and we'll see where they went here in a second. But basically, once we have power, one of these will disable some of these force fields, and we have to do a cooperative kind of balancing thing, but we don't have a second person, so how are we supposed to solve this out? Anyway, a power for it is right here. It's a freaking magma generator, yeah boy!
You're not. Where is he? Look, I know he's here.
Yes, we do.
I have his book. So where is he?
Talk to Crazy Man with Hammer. I'd love to talk with Crazy Man with Hammer, but he's Crazy Man with Hammer, so... I mean, he has the authority of Hammer Time right now, so I don't want to talk to him. He's a little scary.
You instead. Idiot. You actually thought this would work. You thought that you could force him into coming here, fixing things? Why? Why would he rewrite Narayin? Because of your messages? Because of your paintings? Look at your world. Look at what's left of it. When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that you do not matter to him?
Audio peaking at its finest.
Could be alive out there. We're stuck here, you know. The linking book back to Chananan is gone. Left behind when I linked out of Atris's study.
Bro,
As for getting
I'm
in
gonna call the police on you, dude.
line.
Stop looking at me like that.
This chamber.
Oh wait, no, I'm in a different
Only
age.
way
I can't
in.
get the police.
And Atris installed
No,
some
doesn't
kind of
exist.
shield, and I have never been able to get past it. Not once in all these years. So you're just as stuck here as I am. Just until I open this book, and I show Atris what it's like to watch your friends and relatives die.
The most entertaining thing here is just how long the music. Really, it is.
If you do find a way out of here, I suggest that you think very carefully about using it. Because the one thing I know about linking books, the doors they open don't close behind you.
Which is a very scary thought that ties into Myst 4 a little bit. Just looks at you as the door closes. It's like, hey, could make a meme off of that, actually. Alright, so now we can turn on power. Now we have a magmatic generator. Freaking cool. Which is freaking cool. I actually kind of love magmatic generators. They're amazing. Thermonuclear generators? Is that what they're actually called? I don't know. Anyway. So we saw he was actually wearing the poems that were right here. So We want to enter in the right code that'll take down this barrier right here. The issue is, which one of them is it? So, in reality, we kind of have to solve both of these. Sounds like a cat. So, we'll start with this one, because it's the closest. Might as well just do that. I don't know. I just did something. I don't know what I did. And it looks like we need 3 patterns. Oh my god! 3 patterns! Individually. Thankfully, I don't have to go through the brain-breaking process of having to solve them out of here now. I took photos. So yay, my past self contributed to my future self. Thanks for that. So now we have energy, power, future, and motion, which is Well, a lot of these have, I feel like maybe a hidden meaning. Is that right? This should be right. Yeah, this is right. What did I click wrong? What did I click wrong? All 3 of the age symbols you got are incomplete versions. Yeah, I know that. You basically just use these. What did I get wrong? It's not. Of course, I don't remember if it's actually meant to light up at the very end or if everything. The individuals. Okay, so this is nature encourages mutual dependence, or Adana. They should all go white if you put all 4 in right, or all 3 in. Well, the thing is, it should have gone white then, but it didn't. All 4 symbols of a single. No, you had it right. Unless you meant unplural. Yeah, no. I'm looking at the photo. This is right. I don't know why it's not. Oh. Got it. Got it. This one single clip. Always some stupid. Yeah, it's the same thing with debugging code. You gotta really look at stuff. Okay. Man, the massive little swirly swoopy thingy right here. Are you freaking? What do you end for me? I don't see anything else. Outer arc on the bottom, yeah. No, I got the arcs on the bottom. This one's right. Oh no. Another thing you have to be careful is not confusing different pattern areas. It's pretty easy to figure out once you know like the position of this bottom wire and stuff. But what? Is it the nature on the top? Yes, it is. This is the stem, not the leaf. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Now on the dynamic forces spur change. Ah, yeah. So this is. I can't remember if this is voltaic or. No, this is Amateria. And then we make a little ball with the leaf at the end. Looks like Crunchyroll. Incomplete thing there. Then we have like a weird moon-like thing, upside down moon. And there we go. This set of poems is done. Honestly, the music is a little bit anticlimactic here because stuff doesn't actually happen. But hey. Alright, and now for the last one, which should be the Age of Narayins. Okay. It'd be really cool if you could actually turn this into some kind of computer circuitry. That'd be awesome. And I remember this one because it looks like ice cream. Yeah. Yeah. The peon. Living tree that he doesn't actually see because he doesn't actually come over where we are. He just... Yeah.
They're alive?
Oh no, he does. There's another one over there. Okay. There's only one.
Foreseen.
Now, dude. Just like the brothers.
No. He gives me hope to destroy me.
No, it's meant for two people.
I still have something that he wants. Something that he sent you to bring back for him.
No, we just jumped into Janat like we didn't care.
Drop the outer barrier.
I mean, for all we know, we just don't care about Release.
The outer barrier is open.
We kind of do because we want to actually see it, but we never actually do. We get a glimpse, and then it's like, no, you don't get to see this. The rest of this, you get taken up.
Do it.
So, real quick, in truth, if you never get to see Release other than that one entrance moment in Myst 5, what is the use of saving it right here now? Okay, so this track that's playing right now is literally called The Dilemma. That's because this is the dilemma. So, we can either open up the outer barrier for him and just let him go. He has the book. We can leave it like this, because the dying need to do a beginning. Yeah, but do they? I mean, they did some pretty terrible things. They had slaves. No, I'm joking. Anyway, we can either leave it like this, and he'll never go anywhere, and he'll just keep pointing at the book like he needs us to do something. We can open up the force field barrier and let him do what he wants. Or... Oh, and that is Release Sean's descriptive book. If you lose that, you can never get there. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. But that's the funny thing. Why doesn't he have an extra link? I can understand, like, security reasons, but I feel like he might actually want to just get an extra link. Because, I mean, why wouldn't he? Suggestion of a descriptive book immediately cuts all linking books. Ah, I didn't actually know that. Hehe. Anyway. Hi! Okay, so, the correct answer to this little dilemma, that's literally what it's called, is to just turn off the power. And now he can't do neither of the things that he wants to. trade. I don't see a force symbol here. Is there a trade symbol? Yeah, he in pain. He hit his head pretty hard with that book. I think he's in pain. He's like a little baby, like after hitting their head on something hard. They're like, I hate myself.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No. Please don't do this to me.
But I can't.
Not when my family could still be alive out there.
They're probably not.
Want the book?
It's probably just other people who survived. Because it's not you put your family in a room that is easily burnable.
Please. Please. Don't do this.
No, I understand. But I feel like, in reality, is his family actually still alive?
Can't do this again. Please.
No, I haven't.
Don't leave me trapped here like this. I can't. No! 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 No!
I just wanna... So then the right thing to do, again, the dilemma, is to turn it towards the main force field barrier and then turn the power on. No, I understand everything. It's just like, I'm thinking of a point from like interaction, like, is his family still alive? I still want to get him home, but I do want to know, like, what happens to him afterwards? Is his family still alive? It's like, that is another part of the dilemma. Is his family still alive? I want this guy to go home and feel really good about his life that, hey, my family is still alive. But what if they're not? What if they did die in the fires? It's like, it's a hard question right there. Are they still alive? Yeah, because he still gets to go home to his people. Also, they reconnected the cable car to another tree. Is it called a cable car? Whatever it's called, they reconnected it to another tree. So they had 20 years. They are not his. I don't know about his. We don't know about his family, but his civilization itself must be growing strong. If they were able to get back to this main island and reconstruct it. Also, how did he not notice them reconstruct the cable? How did he just not see them come over to this island and be like, "Woohoo! Gotta connect the cable. Yeah, there you go. You're good." It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, but even with it on, like, if I turn it off, you can still see outside a little bit. And you can see the next cable sets. You can see the next few cables. So it's like... Well, no, this is the original tree. That tree right in front of us, that's the original one. That's the one that was connected and burned down. So it was like, it was probably just a straight line like that. So they massively reconstructed it right there for it to work. Even though honestly, I would actually love to actually get out there and just kind of see the clouds because it's a great sunset kind of view. Maybe, which seems a little redundant on Atrus's part, but again, Atrus leaves loose ends, like always. And then down here, maybe if we were worked out, they could have added this. That'd be nice. Or maybe just a fan age. I'd actually work on an actual Narayin revamp. That'd be awesome. Okay, I haven't actually read Atrus's book for this set of streams yet, so I'm gonna read it and then we're gonna finish the game. I always feared this day would come. For years, Catherine and I have dreamed of restoring Dunny. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taking it upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Dunny. And convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many now, and the progress we have made toward achieving it is something of which we can all still Oh, something of which we can all stand proud. But I know that it has been a mistake. The city of Dunny should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Dunny fell. The devastating events of recent months, the war on Terani, and the death of Uda, in particular, have driven this truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the walls today, are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat that pattern again in future generations? I have put much thought into this tonight and have found only one solution. If we, the men and women who survived the downfall of Dunny, are there to thrive, then we must break the pattern of hatred which has destroyed so many lives. We must begin our civilization new, and we can only do that if I write us a new age. I have spoken with Katrin about this. I said Katrin that time, by the way. And about this, and she agrees. I only hope the others will see it as well. Excuse me. Yes, they did. I think they added another age recently. It was like December 14th they added a new age. It's actually got a few puzzles in it. They're basic puzzles, but pretty good ones. Don't worry, we humans will be able to see in 2 centuries. Yeah, and we'll do a terrible job at it. Will these people... I gotta read this quickly because we're about to leave. Will these people never cease to amaze me? I thought they would object to my decision. After all, most of them linked back to Dunny specifically to see the city rebuilt. But when I told them why we should not restore it, their response was immediate and unanimous. Whereas yesterday they thought only of rebuilding, today they concentrate solely on salvage. They intend to take from the ruined city only that which is best and move on. Everywhere I look, the enthusiasm for this new task is obvious. It heartens me. Even as I face my own monumental contribution, I have written many ages in my lifetime, from my first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father to the most recent accomplishment, Averon. Never before has so much been riding on my skill. The age I am about to write must be all I ever imagined and more. How am I going to achieve it? Catherine laughed this morning when she saw me drudging out my old notebooks. I must have made quite the picture, sitting near the members of a fire, surrounded by countless commentaries and journals. Some of them seemed more dust than paper, but the hours I spent sifting through them was worth it. What age is this? Is this Tamana or Jananan? I think it's Tamana. I don't know. Wait. Was he thinking about making a Sky Island? Ooh, that would have been really cool if he made another Sky Island set. Oh, that would have been amazing. Ideas for what this new age might be are tumbling around in my head. There are almost too many to catch hold of. They could have been like High Elves or something. The High Elves of Myst. Obviously, I must choose some starting point as my anchor. Writing ages is a science, a precisely structured equation of words. Every equation needs as its foundation an underlying concept around which the age can develop. In the past, I've written my books around whatever idea intrigued me the most at the time. I wanted to discover how the age to which the book linked would manifest the result of that idea. Sometimes civilizations had arisen, sometimes they had not. But whether society had come to exist on the age or not, it was often in response to whatever concept the book I had written embodied. This time, my search for a concept must be weighed very carefully. I already have the civilization I wish to see develop. I know our history as a people and the path we have followed to arrive here. Today I must write a book which will link to an age that will allow us to continue on our way. Growing ever stronger as one people, what underlying concept must this new age reflect that will best allow our civilization to thrive? I fear I must think on this some more. It has taken me some time, but I may have found my anchor. And it came to me as I was considering what I know about the survivors of Dunny. We have seen so much tragedy in our lives, from the destruction of the city to the suffering and loss of loved ones due to the plague and deprivation. Yet even in the midst of these adversities, my kinsmen and I have found the strength to keep going. We have tapped into our individual strength and transformed ourselves into something much stronger. It is a characteristic I have seen in several of my ages whenever I focus my writing on the inherent energy sources in the world. Long ago, grandmother taught me that no life, no possibility for... What? Long ago, grandmother taught me that no life, no possibility for life in an age exists without the presence of energy. By tapping into its latent energy sources. An age moves out of stasis. It grows, transforms, and develops. Energy is the underlying fuel that powers all activity. To put it more simply, energy powers future motion. Yeah. Yet, as grandmother also liked to remind me, energy in an age takes on diverse forms. Each one has strengths and weaknesses of its own. How many forms will this new age contain? which type will be its dominant theme. Tomorrow I will link back to Myst and from there revisit several of my ages. Perhaps in my old world I'll discover new ideas. I had almost forgotten how painful it is to revisit Myst. In the 10 years since my son Sirius and Akar left me trapped on Kavir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. I told myself we were always too busy, first with writing ages like Avaron, then with searching the ages of Dunny for survivors. I always said we would spend more time on Myst eventually. The truth is, I have been avoiding the age. Seeing the island in its current condition ignites such anger and grief, I am immediately reminded of the betrayal of my sons as well as the cruelty and greed with which they plundered my ages. I know I'm partly responsible for these acts. I constantly wonder if there were something I could have done to reach out to the boys before. Enough! Nothing can change the tragedies of path. Like my Dunny kinsman, I must salvage what is best and move on. Perhaps in the process I will find forgiveness and hope. Once again, I am back on Myst Island, having completed a lengthy sojourn through several of my ages. The trip itself was not inspiring as I had hoped. The Selenitic age was especially disturbing, but hasn't not always been so. The very first time I linked to the age, its uninhabited landscape was shaking with tremors. At the time, I felt it was because the energy in the age was unfocused, as if it were at war with itself. Stability finally came, but after it did, I never truly felt comfortable there. I missed the more natural balance of ages, like Channelwood. Perhaps that is the lesson to take home with me. The Dunny, too, have faced much turmoil in their history. Their lives have been unsettled enough. Perhaps I should be striving to offset the energy that already exists within our civilization by providing it with a more stabilized environment in which to grow. Well, we can already tell, like right then, what he was saying. It's already in disrepair. It's been 10 years. So further conducting in Myst 5 is just, it's 200 years in the future. An environment in which the natural equilibrium of the world serves as a counterpoint to the upheavals of civilization. The more I consider it, the more I wonder if I should make nature the foundation of this new age. So basically, they become the High Elves. Worlds like Channelwood attain equilibrium quite easily, primarily because of one reason: nature encourages mutual dependence. As one life withers and dies, it provides nourishment so that another might live. Plants become food for other animals, and the waste products animals cannot absorb become nutrients to sustain the other plants. So long as nothing introduced to upset this balance, nature can maintain itself indefinitely. The DRC need to do a bunch of TLC on it. Okay. An interesting metaphor to set as an example for my people. I think I'll confer with Catherine on this subject. Her ages always exist symbiosis with more dramatically than mine. Perhaps she should help me with write this new age. I'm so tired I can barely think right now, but I will force myself to stay focused, for I have not written anything in days. The moment I linked back to Dunny, I was besieged with requests for my assistance. Master Taman wanted to consult over which stone cutters were worthy salvaging, and did I think the rock in this new age would be difficult to sound? Oma and Isil needed my opinion about a new history they had uncovered. Should they hold off on starting its translation, or would paper supplies be scarce in the new age? There are so many questions needing answers, I barely had time to see Catherine. She, of course, laughed at my dilemma, saying that I had no one to blame but myself. After all, I was the one who encouraged the Dunny to start over. Naturally, they would look to me to keep them moving in the right direction, unless some other force stepped in to change that view. Her words made me realize a fundamental principle I had thus far been ignoring. All this time, I have been debating whether to make energy or nature the underlying framework for this age. But there's another equation to consider. An age based solely on the future motion of energy will face constant upheavals, most likely at the cost of tranquility. And an age based solely on the mutual dependence of nature can become so balanced over time it may cease to tolerate change. Yet to continue to grow as a people, Dunny civilization needs both, occasional upheavals followed by periods of balanced stability. I have seen such situations occur naturally on several of my ages. Each time it was because I entered the writing around some dynamic force I had decided to make prevalent in the age. Such forces allow the balance between forward motion and mutual dependence to fluctuate. As one concept takes precedence, the other recedes until another force surfaces to change things. As Catherine's insightful comment reminded me, dynamic forces spur change. I'm too tired to think more on this tonight. Hopefully in the morning my thoughts will coalesce. Catherine surprised me today. Apparently, while I was off revisiting my ages, she linked to Myst by herself. She did not say so, but I could tell that her visit had been painful. More than ever now, I am convinced we must find a place to begin again ourselves. Perhaps when I have written this new age for the Dunny, I will put some thought into where Catherine and I might live. I cannot believe I did not see it before. All this time I had been struggling to describe the perfect age for the Dunny. I have considered and then rejected several underlying concepts which I felt might best set the course for their future, as if I alone should determine how Dunny civilization will grow. In my own way, I have become as egotistical as my father. In truth, I owe this realization to Catherine. Sensing my indecision about the new age, she led me on a walk around Dunny. Salvaging efforts were well underway, with the teams of people scouring the ruined harbor district. As I watched my Dunny kinsmen deciding which parts of their culture to retain, I realized they do not need time my immediate determine their future. They are quite capable of setting its course by themselves, regardless of what age I write. This realization has opened my eyes to the best way of approaching my task. I no longer need to worry about which underlying concept, energy, nature, dynamic forces I should make prevalent in the age. Rather, I must strive to include them all. I must write a balance of systems into the descriptive book enough so that the Dunny people will constantly be challenged to attain their ultimate potential. As grandmother often pointed out to me when we spoke about ages back on Myst, balanced systems stimulate civilizations, which is Narayin. At last, I feel I'm ready to begin writing this age. Indeed, I am eager to begin and have already come up with the perfect name. I know grandmother would have loved it. Of course, Catherine could tell the moment I turned to her that I had finally found my starting point. I babbled on excitedly for some time before I noticed the smile she was hiding. When I saw it enough to grow suspicious, she handed me one of my oldest age books. She must have picked it up when she linked back to Myst. Seeing the name Jananin emblazoned on the book cover, I could only shake my head. The one age I never got around to revisiting was the one that might have helped me the most. How foolish was I to have completely forgotten it? I think after I finish this work, I should take one final trip, if only to help restore an old fool's memories. Okay, so while the final cinematic's going, I have to change for us to leave. People are complaining. But this will be the end of the series. Also, yes, yeah. Another thing is why didn't we just grab one of the escape linking books and take it back with us? Because then we'd have a link back to Jananin that didn't get burned up. Alright, I'm going to let the final cutscene play while I change. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all later.
By the Maker, you've returned. Atris, come quick! The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following the...
You've returned. But where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book? Thank the Maker. It's fine. We're in your debt, my friend. If this book had been destroyed, everything we worked for, all the people of Relishan, have been lost to us forever.
You must tell us everything.
What I mean by, like, taking a Jananin book for myself... Oh, he's got his thing, yeah.
At last I can rejoice, for Relishan has been returned to me unharmed. The age I hoped would provide a new beginning still lives on. I'm sure that no danger shall befall it. And as I sit here writing in this journal, I rejoice to know that Narayin too is safe. The secrets of its past have been unlocked, and old wrongs have finally been righted. I know now that we can't escape the past, nor can we rewrite it, hoping to lessen our pain. The best we can hope for is to continue to learn, to take from the past only that which is good, and move on. Perhaps in the process, we will build a brighter future.
What I was saying earlier was that it wasn't just... Like, I understand Savidra could come back if he took Jananin, but it's such a beautiful set of ages. It would be a waste not to keep them around. And yes, Savidra might be an issue, but hey, here's this Oh, I hope so. I hope they do. Only issue is these are still images, so someone's going to have to That'll be hard. Myst 4, however, does actually have built into the game's concept code. Like I said earlier at the very start of the stream, I do not own any of the rights to the music. All rights go straight to Jack Wall, Ubisoft, Cyan, yeah, and Presto. I do not own any of the rights. It'd be nice if I had some of them because I could use the music. But hey, I don't think I can. Oh, they actually put the percussions. Oh, that's really cool. Sick. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later, probably on the Myst 4 stream or another Stoneblock stream once I've figured stuff out for more resource gathering. Thank you guys all for watching. I will see you all in the next stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and to follow on Twitch. Hope you all have a great night. I'll see you all later. Bye.